Hey there, welcome to the Healthy Vibes podcast. I'm Kelly Renato, and I thank you so very much for sharing your time with me today. I know how precious time is, and I hope that you get some encouragement, and it just makes you think. Today, I want to talk about what are you leaving in 2025 as we round the corner into this new year. So many of us think about resolutions, new goals, new plans, new workouts, and I want you to first think, what are you going to leave in 2025? Because so often, yes, there's new habits we need to make or new choices, new things we need to start, but so often we have so many things that we could let go of and open up space in our life for these new habits and open up space in our life to be able to think, pause, breathe. We're just rushing. So what can you leave? What can you drop? What can you put down and not bring into 2026? So I have 5 questions I want you to think about, because there's just so often that there's a habit we know we need to let go of, or we're hanging on to something that's really not ours to carry, not ours to hold on to anymore, not ours to control. And we all know we have things we can surrender. We need to surrender and let go of. And many times growth is really not about doing more, but choosing less. And I believe that's really hard in this day and age with the more, rush. But I want to encourage you to let go of some things, surrender things, choose less with a lot of habits and choices in your life. So maybe less control over what isn't ours to manage anymore, less worry, anger, resentment, less overreacting, less criticism and judgment, less busyness, less unrealistic expectations, less mind-numbing scrolling, less comparison. When we get less of this, we open up space for not only more good stuff, but more quiet, more pausing, more just the ability to think, clarity, energy. Space really gives you moments to breathe, to actually remember and know and think about what's most important to you, rather than just rushing on this never-ending cycle of busyness. So the questions I want you to think about first, in order to help determine what you can let go of. First, what are you letting distract you? What is distracting you? We know we all have probably many things, but at least one thing that's distracting you that you can really try to minimize, let go of, quit as you go into 2026. So examples, the obvious ones, social media, your phone, constantly being on your phone, notifications, constantly seeing the ding, seeing it come up on your phone and seeing what it is. The TV, other people's opinions are very distracting. Comparison, wanting attention. I feel like social media makes us want, crave, think we need attention. Impressing others. Sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. We really don't care, but we still fall into the trap. Appearance. What is our appearance on the outside? We worry more about that than connecting internally with people. Stuff, just too much stuff. Consumerism, same kind of thing. So what in that bunch of things is distracting you? For me, definitely, I want less stuff. I want less materialism. I want less clutter and things consuming my energy, money, life. That's one of mine. Definitely social media. I'm pretty good at detaching, but I also find when I get a notification or I go on there to see something or check in, I can easily get distracted. And I'm really frustrated with myself on that because I don't really want to consume more on social media. Even when I post sometimes, I just want to post and move on. So what are you letting distract you? Pause and think about that. Make a few notes, think to yourself, mental note. Number 2, What is draining your energy? And this is something we just have to pay attention. I think sometimes we don't really pay attention to what it is that's draining your energy. Start paying attention. For me, clutter, and clutter is for everyone. If you're surrounded by clutter at your desk, in your room, in your office, in your house, wherever, clutter is draining. It's stressful. And I am not great at it, but I'm trying to improve, and I'm going to get even better with my desk, my office, my closet, my drawers. Little by little, I'm cleaning out the clutter. Negativity is draining, and whether it's you or someone you're surrounded by, start paying attention because you can turn that around so easy. It's a habit. That's all it is a habit. To be negative, to complain, to always find what is wrong with the situation. It is draining to you and everyone around you. There's people that could be draining you. Absolutely. Negative people, complaining people. Maybe there's people in your life that are not encouraging to you. They constantly criticize you, judge you, tell you what you should be doing or shouldn't do. Who in your life is draining you? And you don't have to completely cut them out. I mean, some might, but just create boundaries or come back at them with positivity or encouragement or something. Just pay attention and create some sort of boundary or awareness to it. It could be something in your environment that's draining your energy. What are you surrounded by? Too many bright lights? Do you have zero plants, no windows? Are you never getting outside? Are you eating too much sugar or fast food, sitting too much? So many things could be draining your energy. Maybe you're the one that's very judgmental, dramatic, constantly giving other people opinions. That is draining. Find the good, find the positive, be encouraging. Another thing that could be draining you is control, worry. Those of us that worry all the time or stressed out all the time, it is a choice and you can change that. Put your faith in God. Choose to let go of what is not yours to control anymore, because that is absolutely draining. Question number 3, how and where are you spending your time? So not only what's draining your energy, but now I want you to think about where you're spending your time. And this is our choice. And sometimes this is the same answers, but we just get to that answer with a different question sometime. But are you sleeping in so you don't get to get up and have a morning routine or start your day in a good way? What are you doing with your breaks throughout the day? Are you just scrolling? Are you maybe just going to the break room and gossiping? What is it you're doing with your time? What are your priorities? What have you been prioritizing? What are you letting distract you and take away your time? I want you to really think about where you're spending your time that you could spend in a better way. We all waste time somewhere. We really do. Worrying is easy. Scrolling, both of those, control are all three that I'm trying to get better and better at. Because I know I'm just lighter when I let go of things that I'm not supposed to control, or I stop worrying about something that I can't do anything about. 4th question. What choice do you know you want to improve? So a lot of times these 3 questions might already have led you to this, or maybe you already know something that you really, really want to improve upon in 2026. And when you drop something else, it just helps you feel like that choice is possible. When we just keep adding more choices on, sometimes it just seems too much. So when we create some space and we open up our time and give ourselves a moment to pause, we can actually work on improving whatever area it is. Maybe it's time management. Maybe we want to find that time so we can exercise, get more steps every day, eat better. Maybe it's being positive. So we got to drop the complaining, drop the negativity. Maybe there's someone in our life that we're spending so much time with and they're negative as well. So it's hard for us to be positive because they're negative. And once you realize it, sometimes it's really easy to become more positive when you realize that maybe you want to help that person become more positive. Because again, it's a habit. Most of the time, many times we don't even realize it, especially if we're surrounded by more negativity. Maybe it's waking up earlier and you really just want to wake up earlier to give yourself time for a morning routine, to give yourself time for a walk, to give yourself time to get in the Bible, to give yourself time just to have a better, calmer start to your day. So what choice do you know you're wanting to improve? And how can you open up space for that? Then the last question I want you to think about is, what have you been prioritizing? Have you sat down and really wrote down what your most important priorities are in life? And are you living that out? If it's God and your family and your health, are your choices every day showing that that's what you're prioritizing? Really look at your choices. Or are you prioritizing, people out in the world on social media that you're, posting to, or people at work that are consuming your energy and, you feel that you're comparing yourself to them, or that you're trying to present some appearance to them and it's taking all your energy and you have none left when you get home to your family, which is most important to you. So what are you prioritizing? Other people's opinions, peer pressure, people pleasing, arguments, being right, resentment, anger? Whatever it is, truly be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell anyone, but be honest with yourself. What have you been prioritizing? And if it's not what is most important to you, you can adjust that. You can adjust that. And it's not just the beginning of the year that you can do that. Anytime you can choose again. It's so good to reassess every now and then what's distracting you, what's draining your energy, where you're spending your time. What have you been prioritizing and what do you want to improve? Just reassess it. Sit down, take a few moments. It doesn't even take that long, really, to think about these things. So figure out where you can create some space in your day, in your life, to open up room for all the possibilities of what you want in the new year. So you can put in that space the priorities that are most important to you. Find the time to back off, pause, slow down, and really find clarity, energy, focus, and connection with the people in your life that you love the most. So take a little bit of time to think about this. Whether it's today, tomorrow, anytime in the next week, sit down and just think about those questions. Think about what you can leave behind in 2025, what you can drop, what will help open up good space, what you can let go of, so that you can either just have more space, or maybe you can fill it with what you're wanting in 2026. More Bible, more friendship, more marriage, connection, quiet, gratitude, whatever it is. I'm starting my daily surrender journal in the new year because that's what it's about, is letting go. Every week is a different theme, a different Bible verse, talking about letting go and surrendering. And it's such a healthy, therapeutic process. And I really like it and I'm excited about it. And I'll put a link to my daily surrender journal in the show notes if you're interested in checking it out. Reach out to me if you have questions about it. One of the quotes from there in the first week is, letting go can be hard, but it opens up space for growth, love, and empowerment. When you let go and create space in your life and surrender, you just feel lighter and lighter. And one of the things I'm definitely letting go of more and more every year, and definitely as I move into 2026, is the weight of the world. Because the world can really just be heavy on your shoulders if you allow it. But let it go. Don't let the world just sit there on your shoulders. Let it go. Give it to God, trust God, and walk forward in faith. One of my favorite devotions, was from an old Jesus Calling book, and I printed it, and it hangs on my bulletin board. I'm going to read it to you. It says, "This is a time in your life when you must learn to let go of loved ones, of possessions, of control, In order to let go of something that is precious to you, you need to rest in my presence, where you are complete. Take time to bask in the light of my love. As you relax more and more, your grasping hand gradually opens up, releasing your prized possession into my care. You can feel secure even in the midst of I don't even know how to say that word. Even in the midst of huge changes, through awareness of my continual presence. The one who never leaves you is the same one who never changes. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. As you release more and more things into my care, remember that I never let go of your hand. Herein lies your security, which no one and no circumstance can take from you. This is such a powerful devotion. I remember when I first read it, I had multiple people in my life, parents, going through so much, and I couldn't do all that I wanted to do. And I had to let go of what I was not able to do for them. And it really just took the weight of the world off of me. So I hope that did that for you too. If you want a copy of it, reach out to me. It's not a very fancy copy, but I know I can probably figure out which Jesus Calling it comes from. And I have the date that it was on too. So you can always reach out to me, kelly@renato.com, or go on my website and contact me through the page. I hope that this made you think. I hope you have some ideas of what you want to leave in 2025 to give you a little more space in 2026 to slow down, pause, and be able to back off in your life and find time for clarity, your priorities, and spending your energy and time on what matters most to you. So have the best week. Happy New Year. Thank you for spending your time with me. And please leave me a review, reach out to me, let me know what you think, and share this with someone in your life that you think could also benefit from this as we start the new year. Take care. Have the best week.